There are moments in life that feel almost electric, moments when a sudden awareness moves through you and you realize that the power you carry has always been yours. It is the realization that your energy, your presence, your very essence was never meant to be contained, controlled, or diminished by. Yet if you look back honestly, there were many times when you forgot that truth. There were seasons when you bent yourself into smaller shapes just to fit into places that were never designed for your true size. You softened your voice, hid parts of your ambition, and carefully filtered your dreams so that others would not feel threatened or uncomfortable. You may have lowered your expectations simply to avoid criticism or judgment. But something changes at a certain point in life. There comes a moment when the quiet voice that lives deep inside you refuses to stay silent any longer. What once whispered gently now rises with undeniable strength. That voice begins to demand recognition, not from the world, but from you. And when that inner spark awakens, it does not awaken quietly. It begins like a small flame, but soon it spreads with a warmth and force that cannot be ignored. You start to feel it in ways that are impossible to explain with simple words. It moves through your thoughts, through your heart, even through your body itself. It is the feeling that something inside you has finally come alive. The realization spreads through your chest like heat, reminding you that you are no longer willing to shrink yourself to match the expectations of people who never understood your potential in the first place. Suddenly, every part of you feels more awake than it has ever been. Your mind grows clearer, presence grows stronger. You begin to radiate the quiet strength of someone who has decided that they will no longer settle for anything less than the fullest version of who they truly are. Of course, in the early stages of this awakening, it is natural to look around and wonder how you measure up. Old habits try to pull you back into comparison. You might catch yourself asking questions like, am I actually ready for this change? Am I truly capable of stepping into this version of myself? Do people even notice the difference? But those questions slowly lose their importance as you begin to understand something deeper. Recognition from others is not the source of your power. Whether people acknowledge your growth or not does not determine its reality. Some individuals may resist the change they see in you. Some might question it. Others may simply walk away because the new version of you no longer fits into the expectations they once placed upon you. Yet none of that defines your journey. Their reactions belong to their path, not yours. Lens. The truth is that the moment you stop waiting for approval is the moment you realize you have already arrived. You arrive at a place within yourself where your value no longer depends on outside validation. It does not come from applause, recognition, or praise. Instead, it emerges from the way you see yourself and the energy you carry into the world. Authenticity. Confidence grows not from proving something to others, but from remembering what has always been present within you. When that awareness settles into your heart, it brings a sense of calm strength that cannot easily be shaken. And something remarkable begins to happen when you stand fully in that truth. Even without trying to draw attention, people notice the shift. Energy has a language of its own. Presence speaks, even when no words are spoken. The quiet certainty that comes from knowing yourself creates a ripple that travels outward into every environment you enter. Conversations feel different. Interactions carry more weight. The atmosphere around you subtly changes because authenticity has a gravity that naturally draws awareness. Science. You may begin to notice it in small ways. A room becomes quieter when you speak. People listen more closely. Others sense the difference in your confidence, even if they cannot explain it. It is not arrogance or loud dominance that creates this effect. Instead, it is the calm, steady presence of someone who no longer feels the need to prove their worth. When you move through the world with that level of self-awareness, every step carries a quiet authority. Blinks. They may try to challenge you, question you, or pull you back into the old patterns where you once felt uncertain or small. But something important has shifted. Their attempts no longer reach the core of who you are. The rules that once limited you no longer define your identity. The expectations that once shaped your decisions no longer hold the same influence. You exist in a different mental and emotional space now, one that is built on self-respect rather than approval. That transformation, it feels like breathing fresh air after spending years in a room that was too small. Yet the true power of this moment does not come from proving others wrong or defeating anyone who doubted you. The real strength comes from the clarity of knowing yourself. It comes from choosing not to dim your light simply to make others comfortable. It comes from continuing forward with steady focus, aligned with the purpose that feels most authentic to you. Take a slow breath and allow that realization to settle. Every moment when you believed you had something to prove is now fading into the past. The doubts that once echoed in your mind begin to lose their influence. The quiet fears that tried to convince you to hold back start dissolving in the presence of your own growing certainty. What remains is a powerful calmness, the recognition that your strength was never dependent on outside confirmation. It was always present within you, waiting patiently for the moment you would finally claim it. And when you truly embrace that understanding, there is a feeling that is difficult to describe, but impossible to ignore. It is the exhilarating clarity that comes from standing fully in your own identity. A sense of liberation begins to rise inside you because you realize that the person you were meant to become was never lost. That person was simply waiting for you to remember. There is a special kind of happiness that arrives quietly, without noise or celebration. It does not require applause from a crowd or approval from strangers. It simply settles within you like a calm, steady light. This kind of joy grows from a deep realization that your existence alone carries value. You no longer feel the need to perform or prove anything in order to justify your place in the world. Instead, you feel a quiet pride rising in your chest, the understanding that your presence has always been meaningful. The energy you carry is enough. The way you move through life, fully embracing who you are, is enough. For the first time, you recognize that you were never lacking anything. You were simply waiting to recognize your own worth. And the irony of this realization is almost amusing when you look back. For years, the world attempted to place labels on you. People tried to measure you by their own limited expectations, defining what you should be, what you should want, and how brightly you were allowed to shine. They placed boundaries around your identity, as if your potential could be neatly contained. But now those definitions no longer hold power over you. You stand firmly in your own truth, steady and undeniable. There is a glow in your presence that cannot be ignored. Even when people struggle to explain what they sense, they still feel it. Some may pretend they do not notice. Others might resist it because it disrupts the roles they once assigned to you. Yet the energy remains unmistakable. When someone truly steps into their authenticity, the atmosphere around them shifts. Take a moment and imagine pausing in complete stillness. Close your eyes if you wish, and focus on that gentle vibration inside your chest. It is subtle, but it carries certainty. It is the quiet awareness that you are far more capable, far more powerful, and far more unique than anyone previously recognized. actful. It creates a feeling that is both thrilling and deeply peaceful at the same time. Something inside you awakens with undeniable force. It feels like a flame that was always there, but has finally been allowed to burn freely. Pleian, that energy belongs to you. It is not borrowed, manufactured, or dependent on outside approval. It rises naturally from the authenticity of who you are. As it grows stronger, the reactions around you begin to change in fascinating ways. Expectations that once confined you begin to crumble. Conversations shift. The atmosphere in certain rooms subtly transforms the moment you enter. It becomes clear that you are operating from a different level of awareness, a frequency that many people have never learned to access. You might even notice that others begin to sense this shift before they can explain it with words. They may pause when you speak, observe you more carefully, or react with curiosity they cannot fully understand. It is as if something about your presence signals that a deeper truth is alive within you. That authenticity becomes your greatest strength. It is not built on strategy, performance, or manipulation. It is simply the natural power that emerges when someone fully accepts themselves, and then there are those who once tried to dim that light. Every person who questioned your ability, doubted your potential, or felt threatened by your growth eventually encounters the reality of who you have become. Some respond with confusion. Others become defensive because your confidence challenges the limitations they placed upon themselves. The energy they once used to compete or criticize slowly fades because they realize something important. They cannot compete with authenticity. They cannot overpower someone who is deeply aligned with their own truth. Blah. But the beauty of this transformation is that it was never about them in the first place. Their opinions, their judgments, and their resistance were only small obstacles along your journey. The real story has always been about your relationship with yourself. Every step you take while honoring your truth sends waves outward into the world around you. Each breath taken with clarity reinforces the reality that you are living according to your own purpose. Boom, those waves travel farther than you might expect. They influence the people you encounter, sometimes awakening inspiration within them. Your courage may encourage someone else to question their own limitations. Your confidence might spark a quiet realization in another person that they too can live more authentically. In this way, your transformation becomes larger than your own experience. It becomes a ripple that moves outward, touching lives in ways you may never fully see. Of course, not everyone will welcome that ripple. Some individuals feel comfortable remaining within the boundaries of ordinary expectations. When they encounter someone who refuses to accept mediocrity, it can make them uneasy. Yet even that discomfort carries its own value. Your willingness to live boldly challenges the assumption that life must remain small or predictable. It reveals the hidden greatness that exists within every human being. Take another slow breath and allow that realization to settle inside you. Hold it for a moment, then release it gently. Feel the steady strength that now exists within your presence. It does not depend on trophies, praise, or public recognition. Instead, it comes from the simple truth that you are fully awake within your own life. Your energy moves through every space you enter, quietly influencing the atmosphere around you. Blend. That alignment with your true self creates a feeling that many people spend their entire lives searching for. It is both empowering and peaceful at the same time. When you experience it fully, there is a sense of freedom that is almost intoxicating. You realize that nothing outside of you holds the authority to define who you are. The power has always belonged to you. Blonde. Everything you think, every word you speak, and every decision you make now carries a deeper resonance. There is a quiet gravity to authenticity, and you can feel it moving through you. When a person finally begins to live from their true center, their actions stop feeling random or uncertain. Instead, they become purposeful, steady, and deeply connected to something larger than fear or expectation. It is almost as if the energy behind every movement has become clearer and stronger. You notice it in the way you carry yourself, in the calm certainty in your voice, and in the way your choices reflect who you truly are. That presence cannot be faked or imitated because it comes from alignment. It comes from knowing that you are no longer pretending to be someone else. Lend. Now allow your mind to wander toward the future, not as something distant or uncertain, but as something vivid and alive. Imagine stepping forward into each new moment with confidence that feels natural rather than forced. The challenges that once seemed overwhelming begin to appear differently. They no longer stand in your path as barriers meant to stop you. Instead, they become stepping stones, opportunities that strengthen your resolve and sharpen your awareness. Every doubt that once made you hesitate now serves as a reminder of how far you have come. You see clearly that the strength you needed was always building inside you, waiting for the moment when you would finally trust it. Blund. Picture yourself walking into new environments with that quiet certainty flowing through you. Rooms that once felt intimidating now feel like open spaces where your presence naturally belongs. Conversations unfold differently because you speak with honesty and clarity rather than hesitation. Opportunities appear in unexpected places because people recognize something genuine in your energy. You are not forcing attention or demanding recognition. Instead, your authenticity moves ahead of you like a current that gently transforms the atmosphere around you. Every step carries meaning. Every action adds momentum to the life you are consciously creating. The more deeply you embrace that truth, the stronger it becomes. Confidence expands when it is lived daily. The more you allow yourself to move with clarity and self-trust, the more others sense that certainty in you. New possibilities begin to align naturally with the direction of your growth. Opportunities appear not as lucky accidents, but as reflections of the energy you are carrying into the world. There is something magnificent about it because it reminds you that the power guiding your life has always been within reach. Take a slow breath and pause for a moment. Let that awareness settle inside you. Hold that breath briefly, then release it gently. Feel the calm strength that fills your chest as you do. The noise that once surrounded you, the doubts, the critical voices, the constant pressure of circumstances no longer holds the same power it once did. You have stepped beyond those limitations. You have risen above the patterns that once tried to define you. What remains now is the quiet, steady force of someone who understands their own presence. There is something incredibly liberating about this stage of awareness. It feels both powerful and peaceful at the same time. Your confidence is no longer fragile or dependent on outside validation. It is self-sustaining, drawn from the understanding that your identity is not controlled by the opinions of others. That knowledge settles deep within you, not just in your thoughts, but in your very bones. It becomes part of how you move, how you breathe, and how you exist in the world. Bling. Take one more deep breath and allow that strength to move through your entire body. Feel it flow through every muscle, every heartbeat, every quiet moment of awareness. Each breath becomes a reminder that your life is aligned with a deeper truth. As you continue forward, carry that energy with you. Protect it from negativity. Nurture it with purpose. Allow it to flow naturally through everything you create and everything you touch. because you are not simply existing anymore. You are alive in the fullest sense of the word. Your presence carries light. Your spirit carries movement. You are a living expression of authenticity, a force of energy that cannot easily be contained or diminished. Like a spark that ignites a flame, your courage inspires change simply by existing. Lend whether people acknowledge it openly or keep their reactions hidden, they will feel the difference. Some will admire it. Some will question it. Others may even resist it, because your freedom reminds them of the limits they have placed upon themselves. But none of that changes the truth. The energy of someone who is fully alive cannot be ignored, blamed, and that realization holds everything. Freedom, victory, courage, and the beauty of a life lived with honesty. When you move forward with that awareness guiding you, every step becomes an expression of your strength. Every moment becomes part of a story written with clarity and purpose. And the most powerful part of all is this: that magnificent life, that unstoppable energy, that radiant authenticity. It has always been yours.